So for your bike installation, you'll have your left pedal and your right pedal. Your pedal may have markings or coloring of the nut ring that can help you distinguish. You can see this one says L. This one's not white on the ring that you see on this one. When you're going to put the right pedal on the right side of the frame, you want to take this nut off. Sometimes the nut is hard to remove because this nylon ring is gripping the teeth. So you have to come and use the tools included with your bike. So I'm loosening it up. It might have slightly been over tightened when they were packaging this. So here, you remove this. The rotation of removing the nut is counterclockwise. You see the way I'm rotating it to get it off this. There's a reason for that I will explain. So here, I'm going to install the pedal. I rotate this in a clockwise direction, so rotating that way until the threads catch. You can see it going in. Depending on your bike, you'll have a pedal that has a short shaft that doesn't come through, or you'll have a long shaft that goes through. Here I'm just going to quickly use the wrench to get it on. So just see the way I'm turning it to get the shaft through. And like I said, this shaft is long enough to come through the other side of the crank. So I'm going to tighten this, make sure that's tight, and then now I'm going to bring the nut, and with this side facing away from the crank, I'm going to turn it counterclockwise. Okay, there we go. It's caught now, so I'm turning it counterclockwise. And then I will hold this wrench and use the other wrench included to tighten the nuts. Wrong end. There you go. You want to make sure to hold this wrench so that the shaft doesn't loosen as you're turning in the opposite direction. So right now I'm pulling my two hands away from each other. So there, now that's tight. Now we're going to come to the other side to install the left side pedal. So this is the left side pedal. To remove this nut clockwise, see the way I'm turning it to remove it from the left side. See the left marking? So turning it clockwise to get it off. Like I said previously, you may need to use the tools to get this off. So here, I'm going to bring the crank, and this thing is reverse threaded. So on this side, I have to rotate the shaft this way to get it in, because this is reverse threaded. I'll explain why it's reverse threaded after I install this. So see, I'm turning it in, it's getting in. Use the wrench to speed this up. There, it's tight. Now I'm going to bring the nut, the left side nut, and now this one is going to be turned clockwise this way, because this is the left side of the bike. So here, I'm going to turn it clockwise. And now I'm going to hold this and then tighten the nuts. And like before, I'm moving my hands away from each other. I'm holding this one, my left hand, stationary, and then pulling back with my right hand until it's tight. And then you just want to check for any wiggling. There shouldn't be any wiggling here. You shouldn't see any threads either. There's no threads visible. So this is installed correctly. So like I said, I'm going to explain why the pedals need to be inserted in one direction on the right side and the opposite direction on the left side. So here, remember we installed the pedal shaft turning it this way. So here, the reason for that is when you're pedaling on your bike, you're pedaling in direction of tightening the shaft. So that would help prevent the net and shaft of the pedal from coming loose. On the left side, on the left side of the bike, when we installed the shaft of the pedal, we were turning in this direction. Because you can see as you pedal, the shaft of the pedal would be turning counterclockwise as you're pedaling. So that is to make it so you're always pedaling in the direction that you would be tightening the bolts. This is to prevent any looseness developing over time.